Let's see if we can't do something about my boredom.
So here's Sid's hometown, son. We got to save while he's still in our party, while we're still good friends with him. Once he gets a hold of Misery Sid, son, that's it. We'll go to visit him, and there'll be a sock hanging on his door, and we'll be like, we need to come back at the end of the game. Go see King Argas. He knows the secret to airships. I thought you invented the airship. Does he know a secret that you don't? He looked back so wistfully that one time. Oh, I thought it would tell us to wash our face, like in Final Fantasy I, when you examine the fountain. A traveling wizard hid a magic potion in this town. Really? Wonder where it could be. Not on this mysterious island. I think this shops sell the same stuff as the last one, yeah. So we're not going to get anything cool. Dancing lady. Neat. Magic store. Okay, Bolt, Venom, and Blind are level 2 black magic. So we are going to want them at a certain point. Past a certain threshold. The magic arrow uses wind to cause damage. So it's a white magic spell. That's neat. An offensive white magic spell. Who'd have thought? The arrow magic in the old Final Fantasy games, it's like always, there's always something to it. It's either secretly white magic or sometimes it's blue magic. You never just cast arrow. Now, waterfalls damage you when you walk through them. We took, as you can see, a little bit of damage. That's something to keep in mind. An elixir. Well, we're going to have to hoard that to the end of the game, boys. Elixirs restore your HP and all your spell charges, so they are very useful. Especially in the final dungeon. Spoilers, not to get too far ahead of ourselves, but Final Fantasy III NES or Famicom is well known for its motherfucker of a final dungeon. We'll burn that bridge when we get to it. The Magic of Mini. You sold the last one to a guy named Dash. Well, that's real pleasant. If we ever run into him, we'll be like, thanks. Yeah, it's just the same shit. Same shit, different day, boys. Same shop, different day. I didn't even mean to run in here, but I did. It's just the Revivify area. What about you hanging out over here? He ran off. I see. So here's Sid's house. Misery Sid. Oh gosh, she's got the croup, son. She got worse while you were away. If only you had an elixir. Whew, boys, but I wanted to hoard all of my elixirs. I guess I can give it to Sid. He did help us out, and we did kind of blow his airship up. Oh, I think I need to press B again. I pressed A like an idiot. What? What am I doing wrong? Oh, wait. Excuse me. I have to give it directly to Mrs. Sid. Excuse me. She's got some pep in her step now, son. So I guess elixirs can cure colds as well. Try pushing that candle on the wall there. I will, now that you hopped out the way. Oh, spoilers, if you keep talking to him, he just keeps repeating that action. And now you live in the void. Sorry, Mrs. Sid. Press the candle, and mysteries await. So this is apparently the hangar where he used to store his airship before a bunch of asshole onion kids destroyed it. A phoenix down. Hot damn. A midge bread. I say. Well, that's a great bow right there. Shoots an arrow, no problem, right? So if we run up here, there's even more secrets and lies. Soft phoenix down. I run arrows. Potions. All of these are good things to find in a chest. It's basically if you give him that elixir, it's just gets you a bunch of other items. So I'd say it's worth giving up one elixir for a bunch of phoenix downs and such. Because you might be able to buy those later, but right now they're a rare item. If you're not familiar with phoenix downs, you've probably never played Final Fantasy, but it's an item that revives fallen characters. Also, if you can't fit all the letters into the English translation, you could spell it with an F. I believe the American Final Fantasy III, or Final Fantasy VI as y'all might call it, does the same thing with its spelling of Phoenix down. What are you doing in here playing a Game Boy in bed, boys? You're supposed to be sleeping. So that asshole, I combined dash and asshole, which might be appropriate. That asshole Dash who came through town and bought the last mini scroll apparently got this girl all worked up, and her mom is not happy about it. I can see why. We found, I was so busy mashing the button, I didn't properly read it. Oh, a luck mallet. That's an item that either cures or inflicts the mini status effect. If you don't have mini magic. Ouch. Oh, it brings up the item menu. Can I pour water on it? There is a way. I'm trying to remember. There's a way to get an item here. Maybe you can only do it. I say. There we go. I knew there was a spot to walk through here. Boom. So softs cure petrification. All you Final Fantasy players know about it. Now I want to buy at least the bolt magic, but we need 700 gil to do it. So either I could sell a bunch of junk that I'm hoarding, or we could go fight some battles. Let's see, I don't need those copper bracelets now that I have the superior mithril bracelet. So we can sell all of those at the very least. Boom. We don't really need this extra sleep spell, but we can get rid of these leather shields. The only reason to keep one of those is if we want our red mage to also equip a shield. So I can sell at least one of them. Sell one of these. Probably not going to use all these arrows. How much do these sell for? 100? So what this item does, there's a spell called Sight that gives you a more detailed overworld map, kind of like pushing B Select in Final Fantasy 1. And that item just lets you cast that spell for free, basically, on the world map. But I'm not really worried about that, so I'd rather have the 200 gil. Let's see. This extra dagger. That's not really worth it. How much do all of these holy arrows sell for? 200? How much do all of the wooden arrows sell? Just 150. I'm going to sell all of these. Okie dokie. How much does that sell? Just 50. We're going to need softs. The enemies in the next area can petrify you. Phoenix Downs sell for good, but they're so useful that we actually want to keep them. And not even to just hoard. Alright, we can go out and fight a couple of fights, get the rest of that money. Earn the rest of that scratch. In fact, we could pop our head here into the next dungeon, where we can fight slightly more advanced enemies. I'm sure that's not ominous, having a big old dragon fly on the world map screen. Okay, these damn things. I'm not sure if these are the enemies that can petrify you or not, but I'd rather not find out if at all possible. So let's try divvying up our attacks. Well, there's really no reason to. Just pile everyone on the same target. I should have had Jeremy Cure. I forgot we took waterfall damage earlier. Maybe we'll be alright. Maybe nothing bad will happen. We just got to keep our pluck and gumption levels high. Well, luckily the enemy can't hit shit either. You'll love to see it. In fact, I could be casting fire, if nothing else. At least it shouldn't miss. Cure everyone. On fire. I thought he would be all burned up. I wish the white mage could equip a bow. That would be really useful. But what can you do? I guess I'll just have to settle for them being really good at keeping the rest of the party alive. Damn, I'm once again dividing my attacks up inefficiently. But in my defense, I expect my characters to hit for more damage than that. It's my fault, really, for believing in them. For believing a pack of onion boys could get the job done. Just because you dressed yourself up in fancy Warriors of Light job clothes. Just because you're LARPing as Final Fantasy job classes doesn't give you a free pass. I'm thinking if we were... Okay, we have enough money to go buy Bolt real quick. I was going to say we could go through the dungeon and get some loot and then trudge back out, but we've already got Bolt money. I'm tempted. So say I'm tempted to turn Ben into a black mage before I heal, and that way he'll have a lot of spell charges. But red mage falls off really quick in this game, and so I want to be able to enjoy being the red mage as long as possible. Okay. Bolt that boy. He's got 2 charges. How close are we to leveling? Only 37. Okay, yeah, let's go gain a level. Then we'll heal up, and then we'll be ready to trudge through the dungeon. Oh, it makes me watch this Bahamut cutscene every time. I see. Well, hey there, y'all. I'm going to hit all of you with ice, and then you crowd are going to finish them off. And you... Well, there's not much you can do except fight. If only we had Arrow, the level 2 white magic, son. Jeremy would be beating off bird enemies with both hands, son. Does that bird have 4 wings? Or 2 side wings, a tail, and then an additional wing growing out the back of his head? Oh no, Jeremy got confused. He doesn't know who to hate the most. Alright, you bolt one of those birds. You crowd finish these things off like I thought you would last turn. Why, Tommy? Why? Why must you miss? Mighty misses. He's trying to invoke Final Fantasy XI's the Warrior 2-hour ability that we lovingly, quote-unquote, called Mighty Misses. So in Final Fantasy XI, every job class has a super ability that they all start with that has a 2-hour cooldown. So everyone just calls it your 2-hour. And the Warrior, which is what they started calling the Fighter for some reason. I guess they didn't think Fighter sounded cool enough. Their 2-hour was called Mighty Strikes, and it made it where for like 30 seconds, all of their melee attacks were guaranteed crits. But the problem was, your accuracy was so low, and your attack delay was so long, especially if you were using like a two-handed weapon, that it felt like every time you used that, like in a moment of desperation, you would just start missing all of your attacks, and so you would get no benefit from it. And so the community started lovingly referred to it as Mighty Misses. Also, this has become a situation with all of our characters confused and beating the shit out of us. We could hit them with a melee attack to wake them up, but the problem is both of our characters that are currently unconfused are very powerful and might do too much damage. If only the enemy would target Tommy or Jeremy. It's supposed to be random. Well, at least they're not attacking. Normally when your party's confused, they melee, either themselves or a fellow party member, but I don't know if the game is just being kind to us or what, but Tommy and Jeremy have just kind of stood there. Son, that was scrappy. We ought to gain it. Hell yes, 69 experience. That's how you know it was a good fight. You're like, yeah, I got a lot of 69 experience too. Just ask your mom. Everyone's getting cures. Okay, so now he's got 3 charges of rank 2. How about you down here? He's got 3 of that, and if he knew a rank 3 spell, he would have that too. Not that he's showing off or bragging or anything. Far be it from Jeremy the healer to lack such humility. Alright, let's go to bed. How's our potion stock these days? 32. Not bad. I guess I could teach Ben blind just so he has another spell. Not that I'm ever going to cast it. $40! Boys, when you're used to sleeping for free, $40 is a lot. Also, there are exactly 2 beds pushed side by side in this inn room, but we all just sleep in a big pile at the foot of one of the beds. You don't control when your character walks out of the inn, by the way. All of that was automated. But I do like how the way the inn works is they open a secret hole in the wall, and you walk through there. I wonder if any big old dragons are going to land on the mountain yet again. Surely not. Okay, let's see if we can't do this fight more correctly. What would be the best course of action? Just pile everybody on a single target and hope we whittle them down. The problem is, if I do AoE magic, it just does such a reduced amount that it's not always worth it. Let's see, hit that with the ice. You two should be able to one-shot that. Those things cast fire, and they're called Fire Fry, so that's why I assume they're weak to ice. I know if you cast fire on them, it does no damage. Rustbird. Rusty Shackleford. Shisha. Oh, he was 4 damage short of doing the good damage. Jeremy tried to help. He did all he could with what he had. Where he was. Alright, I'm gonna hope like hell that this will be enough to finish off that group of enemies. And you just keep them cures going, son. Keep that cure train a-rolling. Okay. Chris and Tommy, God bless them. No, please do bigger damage. Please do bigger damage. Alright, now that we've whittled their numbers down, I believe we can all just start piling on the same enemy. Ugh, gotta scroll over to my potions. In between fights, I could move the potions to the top of the inventory, but as soon as that fight ends, well, they confused Jeremy and then immediately punched him in the back of the head, and he was like, fine. I guess I'll hang with my good friends instead. Alright, we're getting there, boys. Once again, save them cure charges. Tommy was confused. That is all. $86. See if Jeremy can knock some sense into that boy. Okay, Tommy's swinging now. Slatting out hate. Yeah, this place is definitely dangerous for scrappy young fellers such as us. Just give everybody a little AoE cure kiss to make it all better. Okay, thank God it's just 2 fucking enemies this time. If the game didn't have that feature, I'm going to assume, that I told you about earlier, where everyone gets 0 defense when we try to run, I might try to run from more fights. At the end of the game, when you're in like the final dungeon, you basically have to fight every battle, because if you hit run and the enemies go first, they just like one-shot the party. It's crazy. I'm assuming it's not a bug, though, because it specifically says when your character gets hit, the little thing at the bottom pops up and says defenseless. So I'm going to assume it was intentional, but I don't know. Maybe it was unintentional that it affects the whole party. Like, I could understand if you told one character to run away, and then, you know, that character had 0 defense to represent them, like, you know, trying to run from the battle, but I don't know. I just don't know. These things, I don't know what their gimmick is. If they have any status effect they inflict you with. They're just tough. They're not particularly weak to thunder either. I was hoping that would like one-shot him. Yeah, these little AoE cures aren't going to do it for us. Alright, attack, attack. Attack, and you need to cure this boy. Death. Damn, 1 HP. Well, his determination kept him going, son. We run into Azrael Dreamer, the god of hyper death. He's not going to stand a chance. God, we need to keep this crowd's HP up. In fact, just because I don't want to have to either revive someone or have our perfectly balanced experience gains fuck up, I'm going to have them cure themselves as well. Jeremy cures those who cure themselves. Look, they're mad. They're slapping him. I'd rather them target Jeremy. He's in the back row and he's got like the most HP. Thank God Tommy got that heal off. God damn it! It's so perfectly timed. They attack Chris right before the turns where he would have got his HP back. I despise it. I know it's randomly generated. I know it's not the game intentionally doing it. It doesn't matter. It still makes me so angry. God. Alright, I've got a plan. We need to whittle down the number of enemies before I can implement it, though. Oh, remember the top one had Thundercast on him at a certain point, so let's go ahead and get rid of him. Okay. Here is the plan. I don't know what order my team is going to go in, but we're just going to pray that Jeremy uses one of our precious Phoenix Downs to bring Chris back, and then Ben immediately heals them before the enemy can just fucking kill them. Alright, let's see if the game truly wants to fuck with us. Okay, thank God. I fully expected the Chris to get revived and then the enemy to be like, guess I'll randomly target the monk. Get her done. Alright, we've snatched victory from the jaws of defeat. Might need to start considering equipping shields again. Although a monk can't equip shields, so that's something to consider. Alright, let's see. Tommy boy. Mithril shield. Tommy, they call him. Boom. Alright, cool. Cool. We'll be alright. Part of playing old JRPGs is getting mad. Oh, I want the contents of that chest before the next fight. Oh, God. Can we do it? Whew. Okay, good. Thank God we have arrow now. Flying enemies are weak to arrow. And most of the enemies here are flying enemies. So, it's a good thing to have. Like right now, this fucking crowd. I want to hit them all with bolt. Let's do it. Everyone gets bolt. You get hit. You get hit. And you arrow them boys. Of course, even then we only get 3 targets. See, look how much less damage Tommy took. Now that he has that mithril shield equipped. Arrow. Oh yeah. I mean, it's not a ton, but considering it was split across 4 targets, it's not bad. It'll tenderize them enough that hopefully the melee characters can fucking finish them off in less than 4 or 5 turns. Not that they're doing a particularly good job of it right this second, but I like to believe in them. If I'd have single targeted one of them, it would have probably killed them, but it is what it is. There we go. The plan's finally coming together. Oh look! They're conveniently attacking the person with the least HP. It's Sakaguchi's, guys. It's the first mention of Sakaguchi in this playthrough. Appeared at this moment. We probably would have seen his name at the beginning if this ROM hack didn't replace that part of the opening title crawl with a plea for you to not use the Nesticle emulator. If you're wondering what emulator I am using for this playthrough, it's called Messin. So, feel free to get mad about that, I guess. Emulation is one of those things that, like, people get mad at each other for which emulator they use. It's very odd. I guess humans just have this innate desire to segment themselves into various groups and then despise each other. It's the most integral part of our, like, lizard brain psychology. Hoard resources, hate others, and breed. That's the 3 things humans were built to do. I guess they can write books and shit too, but not very impressive. If you went into the jungle and found like a tiger and tried to show him all the cool books you wrote, he's probably not going to stop him from eating your ass off. Thank God it's just fucking 2 of them for once. Alright, Jeremy, I'm counting on you to one-shot that Ruka. Oh yeah. The 3 of you together couldn't do what the humble white mage could with a single spell. Alright, we're getting close to the end of the dungeon. I didn't mean to click on him. Oh well, whatever. Hoard spell charges until you accidentally waste one, and then stop caring about them. Well, here we are, up near the top of the mountain. We could actually save right here if we wanted to. That's neat. Bahamut's nest. Well, look at all these little baby Bahamuts. What do you have to say? Wark? That's chocobo talk, sir. Excuse me. Does this prove that chocobos and dragons are connected? Because, you know, reptiles and birds and dinosaurs and all that shit. Whatever. Russell. Well, look at this spiky-haired fellow. You look like the knight overworld sprite from Final Fantasy I. Did we all? Yes, we also got caught by the dragon. And you are? Dash. I heard about you. Breaking all the ladies' hearts, buying all the good white magic so that I can't have it. So apparently he has amnesia and he knows there's something he has to do, but he can't remember what it is. That's got to be annoying. Uh-oh. Bahamut's back. And she's pissed. Well then, very H.R. Geiger Bahamut design when you think about it. Spoilers, if she attacks one time, we're basically all dead. So for just this one fight, they want you to run away. Can't run. Can't run. Oh, okay. Well, that's the first time I've ever seen all 4 characters fail to run from this fight. I guess they made Bahamut weaker for this fight because if she uses Mega Flare, I'm pretty sure it's going to wipe the party. Let's cheese it, boys. Oh, Dash basically said, let's get out of here. I keep advancing the text boxes. Well, at least he gave us the mini scroll. I guess you could join our party. Now he gets to take all the credit. Let's jump. Van Halen don't have to sing to me twice, boys. And here we are. We've jumped to a more different part of the map. So now we got Dash with us. He's doing a cool guy pose, I guess. We might as well teach Minnie to our white mage. Okie dokie. Let's step in here for a second. Forced to build. What say you, little feller? So the little feller village down there at the bottom. And if we talk to Dash... Okay. So we're coming up on one of my least favorite aspects of this game, and that's the gimmick dungeons. So there's a town of little fellers to the south of here that you can only enter if your whole party has mini cast on them. But the mini status effect makes you do like 1 physical damage. So you ideally want to turn everybody into a spellcaster. So the first step of making everyone a spellcaster is everyone gets asshole naked. Only when we're all asshole naked are we truly equal. Alright, Jeremy is already a spellcaster. So, Tommy, the Black Mage. Boom Boom. Chris, the Black Mage. And there's really no advantage to a red mage when you're mini other than you'd have 2 different types of magic, but you'd cast either of them worse than a dedicated spellcaster. So, unfortunately for just this moment, we're going to turn... Look, it's going to cost 16 capacity, son. He don't want to be a black mage. He wants to be a red mage, damn it. But what can you do? Alright, now if you remember, we bought us a couple of fire spells for these fellers. At least one of them can learn sleep. Now, we couldn't afford a couple of more Thunder Scrolls at the time, but we'll come across some more later. So, don't you worry about that. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. It doesn't really matter if they have weapons equipped, if they're all minied. But in the meantime, we'll give them what we have. You were already using knives, so we'll give you at least 1. A knife and a dagger. Chris, we can give the bow to. Because remember, black mages can use the lowest level bows. So that's good. Yeah, don't forget armor. And Tommy can have the mithril rod. Leather. And cloth. And where are my mithril? There they are. That's why we bought mithril bangles earlier. In case you were wondering. In case you were screaming at your monitor, why? Why buy mithril bangles? Alright. We didn't bring enough leathers for everyone, but that's okay. We'll be alright. And there we go. Now we can step right back in here and get our HP and MP back. Whoosh. And there you go. So in this little spring, this one over here revives your party, and this one up here cures status effects. Mainly because we can't go back to town yet. So they give you this in case you get stuck. So let us save. Well, we might as well. Since we can fully restore our MP, let's fight a few fights here. Get our mage legs. Just walking in circles. Remember, kids, in an old JRPG, if you want to get into fights, you never will. But if you were desperately trying to make it to, like, the exit of a dungeon, you'll get into as many fights as possible. It's what Sakaguchi wanted. There we go. Well, hey there, guys. With your truck-like love. You bolt everyone. You fire everyone. You fire everyone. And you arrow everyone. Oh, I need to put those boys in the back row. I completely forgot. Oh, I thought I clicked on the arrow. At least he went first. Probably not going to do a ton of damage, but with everybody AoEing, it should be enough. I feel like those berserkers have taken 12 fucking turns. And I'll bolt the head. Of course, there had to be fucking one. There's always fucking one. I don't even want to cast magic. I'm just going to beat him to death. Boom. And that's how it's done. How close are we to our next level? 151. I don't know if I have the patience to fight that many fights. So I guess we'll just advance the damn game. God. Gee whiz. You could never let me have fun grinding. Oh yeah, don't forget. We need to mini everybody. So I guess we could do that and then get our one spell charge back. Boom! Little fellers, the whole lot of us. And when we mini the whole party, it minis dash for us as well. So that's a good thing. What say you, sir? Yeah, well, I already know that. Oh, look who's blocking the exit. Alright, so somewhere down here in this forest is the mini town. Little Fellersburg, I think they call it. Or Tozus. That's another name for it. Well, look at this. I am new around here. How could you tell? They're very content people. A living forest. We'll probably never come across anything like that. Dr. Shelko knows a secret route to Myra Luca Valley. My God, it's the most proper nouns getting thrown at me. Alright. They're telling me about midget bread. Little feller bread. I like how the store is like the same size as normal. I guess because they didn't want to make another set of tiles for it. So I just like that these little fellers still build their stores to look like they're tiny compared to a non-mini person. It's charming. and not just a graphical limitation. I believe there's a magic shop here. Yeah. Boom. So we could buy another bolt. Pop. I'd like one for each black mage, so I might have to go outside and get some money. Money! Mr. Krabs has started paying attention. He always plays Tenfey videos on his second monitor there at the Krusty Krab. But as soon as I started talking about wanting to earn money, he's back on board. Okay. I mean, I already knew that, but thanks for letting me know. Oh, it's because I held B down to run that he started talking to us. He basically tells us to turn the whole party into black mages. I like to still have a healer. Do I have enough junk, the vendor, that I could just buy another bolt spell? I want to keep, you know, my mithril gear for when we're not many anymore. So, I don't want to sell any of that. Alright, I guess... Oh, god damn it. I guess we go outside and smite a few foes real quick. Try to keep up, Dash. Although we aren't near the free healing spring at the moment. Bolt. Bolt. Fire. Arrow. I clicked on arrow this time. Fire! $48 gil. It's gonna take a month. How much are we at? 320. I don't mind wandering up here to the healing spring then, because we're gonna need to fight more fights than that. I don't know if you get into more encounters in the woods, but for some reason when I'm playing these old Final Fantasy games, I just always prefer grinding in the woods. Just like the Huntress Wizard from Adventure Time. I'm a big fan of grinding in the woods. Okay. Figure I'd let everybody kill their own enemy. Everybody gets to DPS their own werewolf. And afterwards, we all get to make our own pizza pie. When you get done killing werewolves with magic, what do you like to put on your own pizza pie? Sausage and mushroom would be good. As long as the sausage is extra thick. $56 gil. I say. Tell you what, for little grinding stretches like this, you might remember in my Final Fantasy II playthrough, I eventually started using the emulator speed up function just to make AoE damage not take so damn long. So I'm thinking, since we're just doing these grinding fights, that I might just do that same thing for y'all. Like this. Boom. And bop. And beep. And boop. You're like, boop. I was on board with you using emulator stand against Tenfey, but you can't just make up onomatopoeia like that. You ain't the Batman from the 60s. You ain't no Adam West, mister. Why, how do you manage to be in front of me every time? Alright. Okay. Yes, sir. I mean, there is an inn in the town, but it probably costs like 40 or 50 gil. And since we're trying to hoard enough to buy that third bolt scroll, we'll call it, I don't really want to use it. They say you got to spend money to make money, but you could also hoard money to make money. If you're a JRPG character, that is. Alright, bolt that one. Bolt that one. It's not really necessary to be casting bolt, but if I'm just going to heal in between every fight, I guess it don't really matter, does it? Arrow! And they're dead. I do like that you get the little mini celebratory animation. I guess we could use speed up to get in the fights too. Once you've broke the fast forward barrier when you're playing an emulated playthrough of a video game, you might as well not stop. Once you start fast forwarding, you're not going to want to stop. Just like pizza flavored Pringles. Somehow we won. Alright, how's everybody doing? Well, by the time we get that money, we'll also have gained a level and gotten more spell charges, so it's a good thing. Normally I would make jokes like I did during Final Fantasy II that I'm playing this on quote-unquote an actual Famicom and we'd all share a few laughs. But ironically, or I don't know if it counts as ironic, I actually played through this game on my genuine NES in preparation for this playthrough for y'all because I finally bought an NES flash cart that you could put SD cards in and load whatever ROM you want on your actual NES. So I loaded up, translated Final Fantasy III, and spent like a weekend or two just playing through it without any kind of save states or nothing. So I got a little bit of cred is what I'm saying. I'll show you all later. If I showed you my save file right now, there'd be too many spoilers because I'm at the end of the game. So remind me later. And I might just let you take a gander at it. Of course, I promised y'all at the end credits of my Final Fantasy II playthrough that I wasn't going to put up a single episode of this until the whole damn thing was recorded and edited and uploaded, so you wouldn't have to wait 5 months between episodes. So, you know, basically the joke is that any comments y'all are leaving, I'm going to have already beat the game. I'm just saying. That's a lot of y'all. It's a good thing we've got magic and emulator fast forward functionality to get us through these trying times. Oh, he's out of arrow charges. What a shame. Bolt. Alright. Either that was the last fight we need to do, or the next one will be. Let's see. We got the money. How close are we to leveling? Oh, we recently gained a level. I wasn't paying attention. Once I started fast forward and son, it all went to my head. Yeah, we get 3 charges of bolt now. Good for us. Okay. That heals. Now I want to get to town without using any of my magic charges, so of course we're going to get into a fight. I thought I had reverse psychologied Sakaguchi's ghost. Tell you what, we're all in the back row. Let's actually try to run away. Joseph Joestar would approve. It's a legitimate strategy. Can't run. Can't run. Defenseless. Luckily, Ben was the most best at running away. Poor Dash is left in the dust. This is the end, wasn't it? Yeah. Alright, cool. To the magic store. Your finest bolt scroll. Boom. We could learn Venom. It's like a lesser bio, but I think we'll do better with Bolt, especially because the next dungeon has aquatic enemies. Neat! Oh, please let me through town. Okay. Yes, I know, Dash. God bless. Alright, there's a bunch of free loot in here. Here too. Burning staff. Cloth armor. Mithril. Alright, so the nice thing about finding that staff is I can equip that on Jeremy, and now he can use that on any given turn to cast Fire 1, even though he's a white mage. So that'll give him a way to do deeps as a little feller as well. He also knows Cura, or as they decided to translate it, Cure 2. Antidote, please. You're lucky I haven't been poisoned that much. You got food poisoning. The hidden road to wherever the hell that place was. Proper Noun Valley, I think they call it. I guess. They gave us plenty of mithril things to equip. I believe Tommy had the mithril rod, so we can give him another one. Once again, he's not really going to be meleeing, but why not? Alright, I don't know if you have to stay mini inside of here. Let's find out. It'll tell us whether we can... Yeah, it tells you can't change size, so we have to stay little for just a little bit longer. Dark face! That's one way to call that thing, Jesus. Alright, you're getting hit with fire, and you're getting hit with fire, and you're getting hit with fire, and then in case anyone wants to keep going, everyone's getting hit with fire. All burned up. Keep that burn train a-rolling, baby. You can't hit me. I'm in the back row, and I'm quite little. You might be big, but I'm little. You see that Jeremy, because it still uses your intelligence stat to cast the black magic, even when you use an item. So that's why his didn't do as much damage, because, you know, he's a white mage. That means he's a mage of the mind. Four dark faces, huh? This requires advanced strategy, and by that I mean we're going to have Jeremy use arrow on one of them instead to reduce him to graveyard dead status. Burned up. Burned up. Burned up. And the last one got arrowed. It's a good Teen Girl Squad reference for you kids. Is that the first Homestar Runner reference of the playthrough, boys? That really is a feat. I make them so subconsciously that it wouldn't surprise me if it's not the first Homestar Runner reference. Alright, they're all going to get burned up, so Jeremy doesn't need to cast anything, really. Boosh. Douche. Little feller punches. And scoosh. Damn, he did one damage too little of doing good damage. And just like that. Oh, I thought that was the end of the dungeon. Excuse the fuck out of me. What I get for thinking. I thought there were other enemies down here. I guess it's just all dark faces all the time. I want to cast ice just for the change of pace. Damn it. But yeah, this isn't the first time in this game that we're going to have to be under a particular status to get into a dungeon. It's not even the last time we're going to have to all be mini. So, I guess they did this as an excuse to get you to try out different classes. But, I don't know. A bit aggravating. Just saying. Of course, it's not like it's difficult. At least not this one. We're just cutting a swath through these motherfuckers. Like a fire raja through butter. Almost made it outside. Well, here we are. The leprechauns have appeared. Let's AoE all of them for fun. And profit. Yeah, slap us around while you have the chance. You wee little bastards. You'll be getting me bolt magic. John Travolta will be here any second to use his super bark against you. Graveyard dead. Nifty and or neat. We're getting close to the next level. Alright. Technically, we're going to need to be mini for the next dungeon as well, but while we're walking around the overworld map, we could be big, just for a change of pace. Alright, let's see if the enemies out here on this part of the overworld map are the same as what we've been dealing with. That's not a dungeon, by the way, is why I'm not worried about using up spell charges out here. Yeah, pretty much. Figured I'd have them attack different groups for fun. Death. Yep, you love to see it. The Magic Boys. Fun times. Do I want to grind out that next level? We probably don't need those spell charges that bad for the next dungeon. She ain't exactly a gauntlet. What do you say now? It's crazy to fight without magic. Okay. Apparently, no matter how much we do, he's still worried that we're going to try to melee when we're mini. We're the Vikings, Lords of the Sea. One sea dragon goes berserk, and all of a sudden y'all can't be Master of the Sea anymore. I see how it is. Staying in bed while everyone else is working. That's shameful. No wonder the dragon's killing everyone. Spoilers, by the way. There's secrets in this wall. $300. I mean, I guess that's something you would want to hide. Well, everybody turns to drinking so quickly in this world. The old man, huh? Even the boss, even Viking 10 show doesn't know what to do. Well, look at this snazzy red mage over here selling magic. He sells magic. I buy magic. We don't need any, so we're good. How are our provisions these days? 26 potions. Got plenty of eye drops. Tell you what, we did pick up an extra mithril that we're not going to need, so we can sell that. And then get us a few more antidotes just in case. Can't afford another 10-pack of potions, so give me 4. And let us rest up. Now, well, at least Dash gets his own damn bed. He wants to lay in the pile at the foot of the bed, and we just all collectively shove him over to the side. He's like, whatever, idiots. Bakas. Alright, before we go trudging off, let's get us some more secrets. What are you hiding in here for? I'm not hiding. You're just waiting for the boss to solve the problem, Yeah, that's not hiding. What say you, old man? The oldest of the Vikings. You'd think Vikings would live to be that old normally. So when that earthquake from the start of the game happened, apparently that's what made Nepto the sea dragon real fucking ornery. To the point where you can't go sailing. Don't even think about playing Come Sail Away. Boys, nothing makes the dragon matter. Running past Dash, feeling real fresh, Bolt 2. Fire 2. Ice 2. My god. Fyra. Blizzara. And Thundaga. Alright, who gets what? Tommy has the most fiery passion. Chris knows the most about electricity. And Ben has the iciest heart. So now everyone gets even more magic. Yay for us. We even have level 3 white magic. What a time to be spellcasters. Alright. Hell yeah, so this is the boss. Apparently we can have the Enterprise, son. If we go past the cake, the sea dragon will attack. Really? You don't say. Poor Dash is trapped in the walls since we were running around. There's no point to that. It's just, I like that they put it in the game for fun. Okie dokie. I'll take care of your problem. So here's the thing. We could get in this boat right now and just go sailing. But if we try to leave this little inlet there, we will get attacked by the Nepto dragon. And spoilers, there ain't no way we could beat the Nepto dragon. He would fuck us up. I would show y'all, but even trying to run away from him, we'd probably get killed and I had to run back to town. Well, you know what? When else am I going to get a chance to show you? I like his big shit-eating grin. Let's cheese it, boys. I wonder if you use a Game Genie to beat him, what it does. If they accounted for it. Yeah, whatever. God damn it, y'all. In instances like this, it should be scripted that you have a 100% run success rate. Sakaguchi. I'm just saying. My God. See, this is why you never try to run away in this game. It's no good. Sonic the Hedgehog hates Final Fantasy III because running is always no good. I think we're going to get our first game over here. At least it's not canon. At least I saved my damn game first. Is Jeremy going to be the only one to run away? Nope. What is the fucking formula? Yep. And then everyone died. Ah, we returned by death. Figured y'all could hear the game over music because, you know, obviously I'm not going to game over again for the rest of the game. Alright, I guess we can wait to be mini inside. We want to strike our mage bigness while we still can. The statue of Nepto, one of the eyes is missing. I wonder if we could get in if we became tiny. Let's see what Dash has to say. He's still talking about how we shouldn't melee when we're little fellers. Now, unfortunately, we will lose one of Jeremy's spell charges by not shrinking back in town and then resting, but it is what it is. Okay. I like how there's this whole part of the temple that you can't get to unless you shrink. We're being assailed by little fellers. Little puts. I believe they're called. Jeremy mop them up. I wish this game had memory cursor in between rounds. Something they hadn't quite figured out yet as well. Alright, Jeremy, soften them up for y'all, so the least you could do is kill them dead. Graveyard dead, preferably. Healing magic. Boom. like I said, it's not a super long dungeon, so I'm not going to worry about scraping together every spell charge. We will save the big spells for the boss, though. Bosses are notoriously weak to big spells. We're basically fighting like red pandas or lemurs. They're called putties, but I don't see no Power Rangers fighting them. I don't see Elaine yelling at them because they painted their face when they went to the Jersey Devils game. Okay. Running, 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 running. Yeah, running, 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 running. I don't remember which one of these is loot and which one's progress. Okay, I think this one is just loot. Yeah. A carapace. Neat. A carapace armor. Double neat. Are they chitinous in nature? Are we going to look like Morrowind characters when we equip them? The Serpent Sword is a sword that does lightning damage. If only we weren't all little feller magic casters, we'd be alright. I'm trying to let Dash keep up with us instead of just hauling ass and breaking his pathfinding and ruining y'all's immersion. Were-rats! Those look like regular rats to me. Just saying. I'm like, where are there were-rats? Alright, I think this is a good time for everybody to AoE. Everybody gets to cast their own AoE. Well, aren't you all just real nice casting magic? Only assholes attack with magic spells, gee whiz. Everyone knows that. Alright, Jeremy, this is it. Time for you to do all the work. No, he couldn't do all the work. God bless him. Oh, well. I know that if he uses that stick one more time, it'll work. So instead of using up more spell charges we might be able to little feller punch him to death. I'm sure he's got look. Hell yeah. One punch Ben, they call him. And then everyone leveled up and everyone had a good time. Alright then, why don't you try curing him? Oh, I clicked on pure. Then cure everybody. There you go. I kind of miss Final Fantasy II's MP system. But like I said, in this game, you get enough charges that it's not, you know, a total crapshoot like it is in Final Fantasy IX. Alright, we got a variety of fellers to fight. Tell you what, I'll use up one of my bolt charges for fun. I believe this is the last Final Fantasy to use spell charges, because 4, 5, 6, 7 all use MP. I guess 8 technically has spell charges, but we won't get into Final Fantasy VIII's magic system because it makes people lose their mind. If Noah Antweiler is watching this, son, he'll be 5 more months before he recovers. Okay. Wait, not you. You're the one that needs to be cured. And you're the one that needs to do the curing. The boss! The big cheese! What say you? Yeah, that's what I thought. Son. Big rats do big damage. Wow. I didn't know big rats could cast spells, son. The bigger the rat, the higher the MP pool, as they say. We would have also accepted, I've got the magic rat. Okay, what are the odds that he won't kill Jeremy before Jeremy can heal himself? Probably not good, unfortunately. You know how Sakaguchi's ghost is. In fact, I'm going to cast the big cure. Cure 2, Bloodlust. Okay, look at that. Sakaguchi's ghost just to spite us. The only way to counter Sakaguchi's ghost is to be passive-aggressive enough that you reverse psychology into him to not ruin you. And just like that, Tommy did all the work. Nepto's eye. So I guess the earthquake shook this eye loose from the statue. And that was enough to cause the sea dragon to go crazy and try to kill everything it sees. That makes sense when you think about it, son. Don't worry, as soon as we get out of here, we can go back to being big boys. Put on our big boy pants and our big boy gear. Big boy gear. Colonel. I want to use all my big boy points for chicken tendies. Why has everyone got to do 68 damage? It's the most painful amount you can do because it's just one off from being the good damage. Found potion. Neat. Neat. Hauling ass out of the temple. Yeah, boys. I like to think running somehow you get in less fights because the game doesn't expect you to be moving so fast. But it's not true. Shit, we might as well cast Bolt. We didn't even use up all of our Bolt charges. As such. I like this game's battle music a lot. It starts, you know, very similarly to Final Fantasy 1's with the classic do 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 do. Then it goes into its own thing. Final Fantasy 2 had like a completely different battle theme, and to match the tone of the beginning of that game, it was like a much more like dangerous and desperate sounding battle music, I always thought. And of course, this game's boss theme is a banger. Aren't we supposed to put the eye back? That's what I'm trying to do, Dash. I didn't want to talk to you, I just wanted to run. Idiot. Baka. Okay, before we even solve the puzzle, I want to be big. I wish I was big. Yes, sir. Okay, where is my Nepto eye? Where is my Nepto eye? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, it's just eye. The eyes have it. The Sea Dragon Nepto. Yeah, I remember in a previous alternate timeline, you beat the dog shit out of us. Okay, apparently without the gem there, his physical manifestation lost its mind. We received a Water Fang. Okay, he's basically telling us to go be the Light Warriors. We were already doing that, idiot. God, it's like when your mom tells you to clean your room right before you were going to do it. We were like, hey, let's go restore the light and fight the darkness. And then the light crystal was like, you must destroy the darkness and restore the light. And we were like, no, we don't want to. Idiot. Baka. Baka Crystal. That's what Falco refers to. Crystal from Star Fox adds after she joins the team. You know he'd be tsundere towards her. He knows his chances of being able to make out with Fox decrease rapidly the longer that blue Fox woman is there. Okay, I guess we could change back to our good job classes. Why not? Which means, once again, everyone gets asshole naked. Multibond. Now, there is one bad thing about this system, and that's later in the game when your inventory is much fuller. If you don't have enough space to take off every piece of gear, it won't let you change jobs. So that's something to contend with. Do we want to turn Ben back into a red mage, or has he gotten a taste for that black magic? We are going out in the boat, and being able to cast more bolt spells out in the boat would be really useful. So we'll let him be a black mage for a little bit. He's built up that black mage momentum. Alright, so see, normally it would probably cost like 16 or so for Tommy to turn back into a fighter, but because he's gained so many levels as a fighter, it only costs 9. And Chris turning back into a monk only takes 1. Hell yeah. Alright, back in the front row. We can actually remove these. We can leave our other spells on them, because, you know, it doesn't hurt anything. And plus, that's a way to carry more magic around without it taking up inventory slots, is to have it equipped to other party members. So, as always, it's a good thing. But since Ben is doubling down on being a black magic boy, we might as well give him all the black magic. Yeah. Alright. We didn't really need to... Well, we need to give him the best caster gear we can. Well, we put him in the back row and let him shoot his bow and arrow, son. Why not? Why not? There's some more advanced bows later in the game, but only an archer-type class can equip them, as far as I know. Okay, and then you get your Tenfey and Nunchaku back. Tenfey, excuse me. There is some monk specific gear later that they can equip that gives them stat bonuses, so they don't have to go the whole damn game with, you know, leather armor and shit. Speaking of which, did I have... I must have given it to the black mage. Since he's in the back row, it'd be better to put that on the monk, since he's going to be up front getting the shit knocked out of him constantly. And we still haven't found any arm gear that he's allowed to use. But Tommy, my boy, gets his lightning sword just in time for us to be hitting the high seas where everything is weak to lightning. You love to see it. Also, yeah, that's right. The Carapace set is more powerful than the Mithril set. Where? There it is right there. Boom. Boom goes the fighter might. Once again, I really wish we had a way to sort our inventory better. But what can you do? And of course, Jeremy is just sticking with White Mage, boys. Let it ride. Alright, technically we don't have to go back in here and interact with this crowd, but we want to. Oh, we can walk around as Tommy the Fighter. Let you all pretend this is Final Fantasy 1 or 2, and we're still using this same sprite. He's like, hey, is that Furion? You guys are the real heroes. You could have our boat. It's like their last boat. How y'all gonna be Vikings? I guess you can go steal one. Oh my god, you guys are so great. Well, thank you. Same thing. I like how those two ladies are the same model, but they just reversed the blue and red part to make them two distinct ladies. Alright. Dash's world wrapped around. You don't got to hide anymore. We do got guts. Do. We have it. Guts was only slightly better than having What Would You Do come one. At least you got to see the aggro crag. At least you got to see Mo. At least you got to see Ego Raptor get unnecessarily mad at Jontron when it comes to guts. Everyone tells us we've got guts. Big gut. Don't tell the Doom guy we've got guts, boys. He'll come ripping and tearing. How about you over here in the bed? Having a good time. What say you now? So he's just never going to wake up. You need to move to Zeal from Chrono Trigger. Why? Oh, wait, I need to go in here anyway. I don't have to fully get mad at that guy. I'll let the anger rest in my heart. It really is like looking at a fighter and a knight side by side right here, because Dash, I'm going to assume they based him on the Knight Sprite. Knight Sprite fight. Thought we were going to hit Dash for a second. Okay, back to Plucky Adventuring. Now, even more of the world is our oyster, because now we've got a boat. We're on a boat, motherfucker. Take a look at me. Straight floating on a boat on the deep blue sea. Busting 5'9", wind whipping at my coat. Can't stop me, motherfucker, because I'm on a boat.